Hello everybody, I'm Sneaksy Gamer and welcome to a different mod of Pixel Dungeon. This one, I will say right from the start, I don't know the first thing about the series this is based on, other than that I've heard the name and I know that it's a bullet hell style game. But this is Toho. I believe it's pronounced Toho. I could be very wrong about that, but this is Toho Pixel Dungeon. I enjoy the hell out of this one because there is so much added to it, and it's just so crazy that I love it. So, for our heroes, we've got, this one is your warrior, and you've got your mage, your rogue, your huntress, and then we've got other ones that are all new to this mod. I will say the English translation is not the greatest in this. But it's honestly pretty damn fun. Now, I have in mind a specific run I want to work on. I've beat this before. I'm wanting to work on a run to unlock this character, which is to beat the game with 10 plus challenges. Now, I didn't beat it on here, but I have beaten the game, or I did beat it on because I'm doing this on the Android emulator on my computer. I did beat the game on here once. I have not beaten it with any challenges on my computer, though. I don't think. Let me double check, though. I might have, actually. No, I did not. Okay. But on my phone, I did beat this with a single challenge, which was specifically this one, which makes it 100 or 99 floors rather than 51 floors, which is the original for this version. See, I like the idea of this character because we get a 1 in 12 chance to insta-kill enemies when we attack them. However, I seem to do better with this character, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense because you take damage every turn you're not standing on a water tile. So you automatically have a handicap, or you automatically have something working against you from the start. But I've done way better with this character than I have with the other one. However, in this episode, I think I'm going to stick with this character and try this out. I will definitely not be making it to the last floor, even if I don't get killed. I don't have the time to run through all 99 floors. But I just kind of want to show what this one's like, because it is extremely fun. So, I'm going to undo all of the challenges, and I will set them as I go through and read them on which ones I want to use. So we've got this one. I'm not going to try to pronounce a lot of these, but this one gives bosses more health and it's the champion one from others. There's champions in here. That one I don't think I'm going to use, actually. This one, you will not be able to remember the map. You have to overcome the madness eyes. So you don't know you can't remember the map, apparently. Haven't tried that one yet. This one. When an enemy dies, it grants double rainbow buff for 8 turns to all. The buffs and shit are just crazy names. For 8 turns to all nearby enemies in 4 directions, up, down, left, and right. So what double rainbow does is, I believe it makes them more likely to dodge. I think they move faster. I don't remember exactly. I'll have to read about it after. I will be using that one. This one. It's the time of infinite impermanence. Okay? If you are close to an enemy in up, down, left, or right, they'll deal 1.25 times damage to me and blind me. To avoid the penalty, I need to attack diagonally or from a distance. Not going to be using that one. This one, not going for this one. I have not tried it, but I do not find it. I don't think it's going to be possible to do it with this one. So when an enemy makes a melee attack, it gives me 1 of 5 death message debuffs. At this time, I gain message resistance, so I can't get the message for 2 turns. But when all 5 death messages are gathered, I die. So I haven't tried it. I would assume those messages disappear over time, but I can't guarantee that. So that's why I don't want to try that one yet. This one, there's a certain enemy that when it attacks you, it can give all the other enemies in that level a buff. And it also applies the swarm intelligence thing where every enemy, when one of them notices me, others around them will come towards me as well. I will be using that one. This one, no thank you. In this challenge, you can't see your health. You have to solve it with your senses. Yeah, no thanks. I'd rather see where my health is. This one. When you pick up gold 12 times or defeat an enemy 80 times, enemy's attack power is permanently increased by 1. That one I think is manageable. This one can't use healing stuff because it only heals 30 HP. I mean, I can, but they're not as effective and stuff. Invisibility potions don't make me invisible, but there's a certain enemy that it will make me automatically. I will dodge their attacks for a certain time. I'm not going to mess with that one. I'm not interested in that. This one, you can't use thrown weapons. So, I mean, you can, but when you use a thrown weapon for 10 turns, that enemy gains triple speed. So it's not the best idea to use thrown weapons. This one here, when you drink a potion, I think it's supposed to say or a spell card, or get hit, or I'm not sure. See, this is where I said the English translation isn't the greatest. But while your health is below 1/5, you get 15 turns of degrade and 25 turns of Hakuro. I'm not sure how to pronounce that exactly. That's wands in this one, is those. So your wands will deal 0 damage for 25 turns. Every time you use a potion or spell card 10 times in total, your strength is permanently reduced by 1. No thank you. This one, you can't find food in the levels. You have to use a special item to buy food, and it costs more and more each time. As you go farther into the dungeon, it costs you more and more gold to buy the food. Not gonna do that, but it does. You can get some food from drinking potions. I'm not gonna worry about that one. This one gives you 99 floors instead of 51. Enemies are stronger than normal lower floor enemies. Some have enhanced special abilities, and some of them don't have their abilities written in the text. So yeah, that one's fine. I've done it with that one before. This one, there's an item you can use that will give you invulnerability for a brief time, if I remember correctly, and I believe it fully heals you, gives you invulnerability for a brief time, and something else, but you can't use that in this challenge. Plus, the item is an extra life. It's like the Ankhs. Those don't appear for purchase in shops. I'm not going to be using that one. This one. In this challenge, you are inflicted Doom debuff permanently. Some enemy stats are modified, and fall damage is reduced by half. So the Doom debuff causes you to take double damage until you die, but this is permanently, so even if you... See, normally when you're inflicted with Doom, if you die and revive with an extra life, it negates the Doom debuff. This, apparently, it would stay with you, and I don't feel like taking permanent double damage, so I'm not using that one. Reverse Hierarchy. In this challenge, using Tier 4 and Tier 5 weapons will result... It says Tier 6, but I don't think there is a Tier 6 weapon. But Tier 6 weapons will result in some penalties. You get weakness, you're vulnerable, you're hexed, and you can't sneak attack when you use them. So it's best not to use more powerful weapons. You want the weaker weapons in that one. I'm actually going to be using that one. Rebirth Day. In this challenge, when an enemy, except bosses and wraiths, evades your attack, it gains Rebirth buff. While Rebirth is activated, when an enemy is defeated, it will revive once with full health. So, the problem with this is, it says when an enemy evades your attack. When they block, they gain it. When they evade, they gain it. It's a nightmare. But I believe I'm going to use that one. Cursed Key. In this challenge, if you have any key for the current floor, the enemies will deal 1.25 times damage to you for each key. And my Danmaku attacks, thrown weapon attacks, will deal 0.75 times damage. Previous floor keys are not counted, so if I don't use keys on a previous floor, I'm not going to permanently be taking more damage lower down. That one's manageable. In this challenge, there is a 1 in 5 chance for enemies to appear when you enter the grass tiles. Also, experience won't be granted if an enemy is killed via the chasm. So if I knock an enemy down into the pit, I don't get experience for that. But this one I'm going to use. It's not that bad. And then this one... In this challenge, Wizard of Gensokyo will appear. However, she will never appear when Yukari's rest buff is on. So, periodically, on your way out after you've obtained the, in this one it's the golden, what is it, the golden yin-yang orb, I guess they call it. It's the same as the thing you get, the amulet you get in the regular one. It's what you're there for. When you get it and you start to head out, or after a certain period of time, you can be attacked. There's an enemy that will show up and attack you. In this one, that enemy can attack you all the way down through the dungeon. It's not that bad. I'm gonna use that one. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. Good to go. Yeah, they've got different names for the places and everything. It's a very in-depth mod, actually. I'm not going to be reading all of this stuff because there's just too much to get into it all. So the problem with this is we start out with a tier 4 weapon. All weapons and most of the armor have special bonuses to all of them, which is extremely interesting. Not all of the armor does. Like, this one doesn't have any specific, like, any special bonuses, but yeah, this is a really interesting one. This is the thing I was saying, the prayer exorcism rod. When you pray, you are cured for most bad effects, and your health is fully healed, and your equipment's curse is lifted, and your hunger is satisfied, and grants you 6 turns of invulnerability. However, you cannot pray in hell, so the last levels of the game you can't pray. So yeah, we start out with a talisman pouch, which are a different type of thrown weapon. We've got a food pouch, which is nice to have. Magical holster you automatically start with, and then you've got the standard stuff. This, everybody starts out with these. You can use it to upgrade tier 1 equipment to however many of them you've got. Everybody starts out with 3, but there is a character who can get more later on. Anyway, basically, let's just get started. That's the character I was saying. Wizard of Gensoku. I don't know what all of these things are. I know what they are. They're the attributes of the enemies. I don't know what effect some of them have. But this one has the ability to manipulate any boundary. For a 1 in 4 chance, when she attacks, she will drain your strength by 1, or try to destroy your weak armor, or curse your equipment, or make a noise throughout the floor, or summon nasties. So yeah, it's not a good thing to be fighting too much. But yeah, see, when I attacked with the tier 4 weapon, I got weakened, so I deal 1/3 less damage. Hexed reduces accuracy and evasion by 20%. Anti-sneak attack, can't perform sneak attacks. And then vulnerable, you take 33% more damage. So yeah, I gotta try to find a lower grade weapon as soon as possible here. I actually have been playing this one a lot because I'm having a lot of fun with it, to be honest. Because it just adds so much shit to the game. I'm not going to be pronouncing all of these names, but this one is Animal Happy. Has the ability to find lost things. She likes gold, and when defeated, they will drop some golds. So this enemy a lot of times will give you gold, basically, is what that's telling you. Shin Mayomaru, I don't know. The float enemies are basically flying. They can't be dropped into. They don't trigger traps on. Trigger things on the ground. They can't be dropped into chasm, things like that. Has the ability to use the Miracle Mallet. She's one of the weakest yokais with no evasion at all, but she sometimes pushes you a little. Not sure what the push does, but okay. Animal Happy has the ability to beckon in money or customers. Sometimes she pulls in to call you, which means basically it'll teleport you to it sometimes. Yeah, see, because that dodged, it got rebirth. Yeah, that's what gold looks like. This stuff is... Why am I trying to open my inventory like that? Yeah, that's your gold. It's goofy, but I actually really enjoy this one. I have heard of Toho Project in the past. Again, I'm not sure I'm saying that correctly, but I have heard of it in the past. These are scrolls. They're spell cards in this, but they are the scrolls. There's a couple of new scrolls in this that weren't in the other ones, as well as new potions also. And weapons, there's a ton of different weapons. Armor, there's not that much, but yeah, you've got all your wands here. There's a couple of new wands in this one, or Hakuro, or however you pronounce that. Some of them, it's just a different name. This is the Earth and Armor one. This is a new one. Changes the enemy's gravity, making the enemy's HP to 1 for not floating enemies. I don't know how that works, but sure. The enemy gets double evasion buff in return, though. Okay. We've got anti-door, so it does a set amount of damage, but deals 3 times that much damage to enemies on open door tiles. Anti-ember does set amount of damage and 5 times that to enemies on the ember tiles, so something that's been burned when you burn the grass and shit. Enemies would take 5 times as much damage while they're on there. This one's nice. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Basically, it can only be activated every 2,000 turns. If you've used 3 or more spell cards of upgrade in the game, you'll be given a tier 5 weapon at random. And some consumables. Yeah, it's basically, depending on your level, you'll get a lower tier weapon, but that one's a cool one to have. Heal wounds, this one is, this one, it can heal 25% HP, but it has a 25% chance of sacrificing 4 of your max HP, so... Orb of Destruction, this one creates a big orb that will follow enemies and explode. This one. This is the most useful fucking thing you will find in this game. It can only have 1 charge, but it instantly kills enemies, other than bosses. But, yeah, I have not seen this. Shoots a beam that pierces any obstacle and will go farther the more it is upgraded. The beam deals 8 to 14 damage and will also deal bonus damage for each enemy and while it penetrates and blinds the enemy. Okay, stableness. Okay, and this one is basically a thing that swaps place with the enemy and does a small amount of damage. You've got all of your rings, I believe they're all the same, yeah. All the same, I'm drawing a blank on what they're called, but all of those are the same. Yeah, and this one you've got a Potion of Light Healing, which recovers 50 health. You've got a Potion of Might. Deals double damage for 20 turns. Potion of Double Speed, you'll act twice as fast for a while. Potion of Berserk. Get haste and deal double damage for 100 turns, but it will silence you for 150 turns. When you're silenced, you cannot use scrolls or potions. Then you've got the spell cards. You've got Spell Card of Slowness. This one I don't believe was in the other game, the other versions. It slows all enemies in your sight. This one is really fucking confusing. There's 2 sets of enemies you can run into. And there's traps that can switch up which set is in the dungeon. And there's these that can switch up which set is in the dungeon. It's useful because there's some enemies that you don't want to deal with. So if you use that, you could switch to the other set of enemies and you don't deal with those certain enemies. it's interesting. We've got Spell Card of Burning, which burns all enemies in sight, and I don't know what the immolation debuff is, but then you've got Spell Card of Silence. It silences you for 50 turns, which I don't see any purpose to that. But yeah, there's a shitload of weapons in this. Some of them are goofy, some of them are really useful. The one time when I beat this by going through to the first floor 100, I actually got this weapon, which is it doesn't seem like much right now, but once you get further down, it is incredibly powerful because its attack power is equal to the number of items crafted from alchemy, plus the number of a certain enemy killed, plus the number of a different enemy killed, plus the number of limit breakouts, which is the upgraded version of the root change spell card, plus the number of enemies killed with your throwing weapons, minus the number of extra lives used, minus the number of times food eaten, minus the number of a different enemy killed. It's not a 1-to-1 ratio, but by the end, let's just say I think I got my weapon up to like plus 15, plus 16, and I was dealing between like, I think it was like between 50 to 1,000 some damage per hit with it. So it got insane, but I will not be able to use that in this run because that is a tier 5 weapon. Then we've got, I believe this was called a Wriggle. Yeah, Wriggle. Yokai Pier has the ability to manipulate insects. It's the weakest among yokais. These are our chests. Yeah, it takes some getting used to, but I do actually really enjoy this one. Okay, first I'm gonna go with this. If the enemy is animal species, when you attack them, it restores 10 points of hunger. That's helpful. Yeah, I've been playing the hell out of this one just because it adds so goddamn much. So yeah, this is the Yukari's Rest thing. While this buff is on, Yukari won't appear for 50 to 250 turns. However, Yukari from the Golden Yin Yang Orb will still spawn. So the one once you get the thing and are heading back out can still spawn. That doesn't prevent that one. Yeah, Narumi. I don't what the fuck? Like, I'm sure these are all characters from the games and stuff, but it's really confusing. Yeah, sadly it drops 2 of those, but you only get 1 of them. If it's been reborn, it drops 2, but it only gives you 1. I might actually use this for now. Yeah, there's a certain enemy that will occasionally cause you to forget all of the spell, cards, potions, everything that you've identified. And having this book equipped will actually prevent you from losing... It will prevent you from losing all of those identifieds, all that information. So this could be a useful thing to have at some point. But right now I just wanted a different weapon. then we've got 149 turns left. Okay. And first floor is done. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know what it is about this one. It's incredibly fun. I think it's just because there's so much added to it that it gets to be just fucking chaotic. Like, there's a certain enemy, if you attack them near stairs, it will inflict the Doom debuff on you, causing you to take double damage until you die. It's like just weird shit like that. Or there's like, there's some sort of thing to do with numbers and sequences and stuff with a lot of this too. Like, let's see here, which one is it? I'm trying to remember which one it was now. Like, this deals double damage when your HP is a prime number. It checks up to 300. Like, weird shit like that. Or you've got weapons like this one. The attack power increases every time you kill enemies. Again, not a single point per enemy, but there's just weird shit like that. Or there's this one. If the enemy is that one, it instantly kills it. I mean, there's just... Then you've got shit like this. It's got a 1 in 6 chance to duel the enemy. I'm not even gonna read all of it, but it's just insane, the different stuff that you get in here. I'm trying to remember which one was the one that I was thinking of. You've got weapons like this, which has tremendous power, tremendous reach, but needs a lot of time to attack. When it says a lot of time, it means it takes like 6-7 turns to attack once. So it's really not worth it. What the hell was the weapon I'm thinking of? Or you've got ones like this. Has a chance to gain a buff that there's all kinds of stuff. What was the one I was thinking of now? There was a specific one that I wanted to read about, and I can't remember what it was now. Yeah, then there's just weird shit like this. This weapon's damage is doubled when attacking on Sunday. What? I'm assuming if your device is... If the date on your device is a Sunday, it deals double damage then. Yeah, there was one that was just a... Which one was it that was such a weird one? It was like prime, or no, it was like numbers in the Fibonacci sequence and something else. I don't remember. It's just like, just weird ass shit like that. Yeah, this can inflict terror on enemies if they're of yokai attribute because of culture shock. What? Which one was it that was the Fibonacci sequence thing? Was it this one? Yeah, this weapon quadruples your accuracy and deals 4 times damage when your health is in the Fibonacci sequence, or a power of 4. It checks up to 1025 HP. Like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, you've got things like this one where it's got a bunch of different things that can fucking happen. It's just insane the amount of shit that got added with this mod, and it actually is... It changes the game entirely. Yeah, that was a talisman. Chaos Talisman, it's got 7 random effects that can happen when you throw it. Yeah, it's fucking weird. Yeah, each enemy has their own little special thing that it tells you about them. A lot of them will have special abilities and stuff that trigger depending on certain conditions and stuff. It's just, it changes the game up so much that it's hard not to enjoy it. I love when that happens. If I'm too close to the edge, they'll just fall off when they spawn. Okay, does that mean it just took, yeah, it just took 1 point of strength away from me? Okay. I had seen it flash like that before, but I wasn't sure what that did. After reading it again, I saw where it said that it can take 1 point of strength, and I figured that's probably what it was. Yeah, that talisman I just picked up, Fog Purge, it will clear buffs from enemies. But champion abilities can't be erased, so... The flock traps. Yeah. The sheep sound goofy as fuck in this. And I'm not sure what the deal is with the sound effects. Like, I know the games are bullet hell, so maybe it's meant to be like, it sounds sort of like shots, like somebody shooting, but I can't guarantee that. I don't know. I don't know enough about what it's based on to actually make an educated guess on what certain things are, so I just kind of go with it and just kind of go with it and enjoy what I can from it. Yeah, this is the one I've been playing the most recently. So yeah, now I get... They're Ringo brand dongos. They're just... It's the same thing as the, what the fuck, what are they called in the regular thing? The pasty things. The pastries, whatever the fuck they're called in that one. It's just the same thing as that. These just give you a small buff when you use it for a short period of time. Yeah, it's just... I don't know what else to say. It's just entertaining and it's fun as hell. Yeah, this here is a gap trap, which sounds weird, but it's the same. It has the same effect as the root change spell cards, where it switches the enemies that can appear. Got a bunch of different food options you can make too, which is interesting. Something I've... So, there's the scroll of passage in the other one that you can use, and you can make this item in the other one. It does not cost nearly this much alchemical energy in the regular game. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, so yeah, there's something that costs 999 alchemical energy. Don't know why, but there is. I do not use these. It fully heals you, but in turn your max health is reduced by 30. Unless your health is too low. And it's recovered by leveling up. I don't use those. I don't like having my max health reduced. Did I already find a spell card of upgrade yet? No, I did not. Okay. Well then. So. I might stick with this weapon for now. It's not the best, but it's the best thing I've got at the moment. The best thing that's not going to cause problems for me as I use it, anyway. Okay. Yeah, the music kind of gets a little bit, a little too much sometimes, but at least it's different from the music from the actual game, so it's a change of pace. How long do we have? 50 moves, so she's gonna be back anytime. That's just the crabs. Same thing as the crab, anyway. Ringo Warp has the ability to grow stronger when eating Dongo. Due to the power of the Ringo brand Dongo, it can move twice as fast. So yeah, it's just the crabs. Incompetence inflicts incompetence. Enemies will have most of their abilities sealed. Okay, that is a good thing though. That doesn't show up on the very same move that it runs out. This buff, when this runs out, you have to move again. Like, you can stay in place and do stuff and it doesn't do anything. You have to actually physically move your character before it shows up. So that's helpful sometimes. I love that so much. I don't know if I want to mess with anything right now. I might just keep going for now. Mint choco sword. The names of some of the items are just goofy. I don't know which potion is what, so might have to do a little bit of experimenting over here. I figured the one I had 2 of was probably strength. Let's take those. This one I just picked up on this level, so yeah, that's the one. Of course, 50 moves again. Okay, starving, so we'll eat something. Miracle fruit. This fruit is made of sun. Again, not going to try to pronounce the names. When you eat it, it grants double rainbow. So yeah, double rainbow, I said I would read about it after, so double rainbow best. This buff increases accuracy and evasion by 75%, making the blessed much more effective in combat. Okay. That could be a good weapon. It gets stronger as you go farther into the dungeon. Again, it's not every level isn't going to add a single point of damage, because that would just be... that would be too easy. Yeah, you know what, I want to look and see what my weapon was on my mobile version when I got to the end of it, because it was just insane. It was like 1100 some damage. I'm just curious what it was now. Okay, got everything. I'll head down to the next level then. That's not what I need. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, I had a kinetic Toromaru spear. It was plus 15 and it was doing 20 to 1090 damage per hit. That was just insane. That was just crazy because I was one-shotting a lot of stuff by the end. Unless, of course, I rolled low on that, because I could still deal just 20 damage with one of the hits, but most stuff was dying from a single hit. Okay, I accidentally hit one of those gap traps, so we've got different enemies now. Once I was like, you strong and confident. But I was slain by Ringo. I can't leave this place. Slay the insane Ringo. Basically, it's the same thing as the Great Crab. And there it is. However, the Ringo blocks with its smile. Okay. Apparently its smile blocks your attack. I don't have room for that, really. Okay. Yeah, the good thing about having that weapon for the mobile one, the good thing was any excess damage it dealt was then applied to the next attack. So say I happened to roll 700 damage and it only took 200 to kill it, the next enemy would be getting an additional 500 damage to it. It was just ridiculous. I'll use these just to get them out of the way. They can only be used on tier 1 stuff anyway, so that is a mimic. Except in this one, they're not called I did not mean to even thing. I wanted to... whatever. Do I have anything I can hit it with from a distance? Screw it. So yeah, apparently it's Princess Kaguya's fake stash. Animal/fire. Princess Kaguya's fake stash is a box with a Orin lurking inside. In the dungeon, most of them are box-shaped, which seems to be to attract adventurers who know nothing. Princess Kaguya's fake stash has more treasures than the usual Princess Kaguya's secret stash. Okay. Okay, we got a wand of fire blast, essentially. Larva. Float Happy has the ability to scatter scales. Be careful of her confusions. Okay. Okay, there is a hidden door there. And then this is the same as the sewer snake. Magical attacks or surprise attacks are capable of catching them off guard. Okay, I didn't read about that one because I didn't notice it was there. Has the ability to locate Shintoism and Buddhism. If you are hit by her ranged attacks, the arena will open. Yeah, they've got goofy ass stuff. So yeah, that's the arena. It's the same thing as if you use a spell card of challenge, so your hunger won't increase, you take 33% less damage. Yeah. Nothing too major. It's actually more beneficial than harmful though. Okay, I need a potion of haste, which is probably this thing. Okay, so we've got Kisame has the ability to drop will-o-wisps, stronger than Wriggle but still weak. And we have Saki has the ability to have unmatched leg strength. She takes less damage, and when she attacks, she will haste. So gains haste when it attacks. This is different. The boss fights in this one are different. Enhanced animal meal. If the enemy is animal species, when you attack them, restore 30 points of hunger and 2 HP. I'll take that. This is what our first few bosses are going to be like. So we've got Sunny has the ability to bend light. She will reflect the light and burn you and blind you at the same time. If you win against 3, the stairs will open. That's just referring to this boss fight. If I beat all 3 of them, the stairs open up. Luna has the ability to erase sound. She will silence you to erase sounds. And then this one, Star has the ability to sense the presence of moving things. She will inflict Move Detect debuff on you. Move Detect debuff causes you to take 10 damage every time you move until it wears off. So yeah, my movement is now being tracked. Well, in Move Detect, whenever you move, you will take 10 damage. Oh yeah, and this thing can show up during a boss fight. That's happened a couple of times. Has the ability to know the name and purpose of unknown items. Okay. Looks more appropriate for a trade district in some large city than for a dungeon. His prices explain why he prefers to do business here. Yeah, this weapon blocks 0 to 2 damage, has less accuracy, but the attack power becomes stronger every time when you eat food. Like, some of the stuff is just like, what the fuck? Okay, so I definitely want the extra life, and this. I better leave just in case it's like a spell card of rage or some shit that I just bought. Yeah, like that. Okay, come on. Really? Or that one. It's a good thing I wasn't in that room when I used that one, because that would have made the shopkeeper leave. Oh, yeah, I'm blinded, so I can't read a spell card, duh. this bitch has the ability to make people lose the will to fight back. She will destroy a random item from your inventory permanently. And then there's this one. Has the ability to create sanctuaries. She takes less damage if she's near grass tiles and has a 1 in 10 chance to halve your health when she attacks. Oh, okay. One of these ran into an enemy there. One of them ran into this thing. Yokai Happy has the ability to surprise humans. When she attacks, you will be pushed back in fear. Okay. Now, is one of these going to be... There we go. Identify. Thank you. Accuracy +1. There we are. I think I'm just going to stick with this weapon now that I've put a few levels on it. Might not be the best option, but I'm not really going to be making it to the end in this run anyway, so... We've got Koakuma Happy, a little weaker than a normal demon. Okay. I don't want you getting the Star Flower buff. Okay, yeah, this is the bitch I mentioned that can doom you if you attack near stairs. Has the ability to read unreadable books. She takes less damage if she's near a bookshelf tile, but very rarely will she identify all of your spell cards. But also, if she gets attacked near stairs tile, she will doom you, so never attack near stairs tile. Okay, I don't know how far away from the stairs you can be, because I've attacked her pretty close to them in the past, and she didn't, and she didn't do it, but I don't know how close it can be. Like, when it says close to stair tile, I don't know if it means, like, within the adjacent tiles or what, but I try to get them away from any rooms that have stairs if I can help it. There. Quick meal. Eating foods take no turn. That's helpful. Not a good weapon. destroyed the item I just picked up. Good thing it wasn't something I needed. God, I hate these things so fucking much. At least it's not as bad when it doesn't fucking take half your health. That's awful when they do that. Thought I saw somebody up there. Yeah, then this one also gains 5 turns of haste with the second level, which is helpful as well. 5 turns isn't much, but it is something. Thing. Oh, lovely. Well, at least I won't have to worry about those I was gonna say those rabbit things. For some reason, it makes me think of a rabbit, the one with the blue hair. But whatever. At least I won't have to worry about it not taking damage in that room anymore. Oh, I guess technically it was more of a teal or something, I suppose, not blue. I don't know why I do that. Yeah, that one. Don't know why, it makes me think of a rabbit. I don't know what it is, because it doesn't look like one. But for some reason I thought of a rabbit when I saw that thing. I don't know why I did, but that's what I thought of. Yeah, so the curses are all renamed as well. And the glyphs and everything. This glyph rebounds force, so it's the, I'm drawing a blank now. It's the one that bounces them back. This is the one that obscures your wearer, so it's the glyph of obfuscation. Oh, it was the glyph of bounce, isn't it? Isn't that what it's called? I was gonna say, don't you dare knock me backwards, because it would knock me into that hole. Okay, and I got a jeweled pagoda. Grants mind vision when you attack. Not that useful, but it could be useful in some situations. This room so that I can fight this thing now, and then go back in there and finish what I was doing. Can't use these, so I'm just gonna sell them. Okay. On to the next level, I guess. So next time I find an alchemy pot, I can make a spell card of divination and identify 4 things in one. Jeez. Guess she just can't take a hint. Of course. It just did the taking half my health with one attack. That restores half of my health when I... Oh, fuck, I forgot. Well, I'm screwed. I attacked it next to the stairs, so now I'm taking double damage until I die. That's a little better. Now see, even though I knew that was what was down there, I wanted to clear it again anyway because that's just how my brain is. I heard something die in the distance? What? What the hell died? Okay. Something must have activated a trap. Good. I figured that's what that one was. Yeah, I've got enough to go back and get the other stuff then. You know what? Let's get the other set of enemies, so I don't have to worry about accidentally attacking that one next to stairs again. I do need a different weapon. This one, it's okay, but it's not gonna be worth the. It's not gonna be working later on. That's what's in the other set of enemies. We've got this one. Has the ability to manipulate darkness. She can blind you, and when got attacked, she releases darkness. Again, as I mentioned before, English translation isn't the best, but basically when you attack it, it releases a cloud of darkness that can make it hard to see what's around you and stuff. And then this one is the same as the Crazy Thief. Powerful, has the ability to use magic. She is a very energetic thief. This gives you Ringo Surge. A Surge of Great Might, but sadly not permanent. It gives you a +2 for a while. Didn't realize it lasted as long as it does, though. This one will self-destruct with a random spell card. If you have a spell card holder, it protects against that. It also cannot affect spell cards with upgrade. Okay, that's good to know. I'll go for a little bit longer. So that enemy was a patchouli. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but essentially it's just the skeleton. It has the ability to control fire, water, wood, metal, earth, the sun, and the white. When dies, she will explode and damage your surroundings. Yeah, so basically this thing has the ability to control everything? Is that what you're telling me? This one, I love this one. Has the ability to manipulate cold, and she is not an idiot. Like, what? She will chill you and she will inflict you a debuff, which is for 1 in 5 chance you cannot quaff a potion because of her frost. So it'll freeze a potion. I just love it. And she is not an idiot. Like, okay, where is that coming from? Again, it's probably something... It's probably a reference to the original material, but I don't know the first thing about it, so... But just the way it's worded, that makes me think that it's probably a reference to the actual Toho project. Has the ability to cause misfortune. Occasionally, she will force you to buy a potion of liquid flame, reducing your current gold amount by 500. So yeah, it can just attack me and make me lose money. Yeah, I did lose that extra life, so I can't bless it. Artifact, probably a ring. And a ring, yep. Okay. I've honestly been thinking if I get my hands on one of those spears, it might honestly be worth it to just let myself get the debuffs to have such a powerful weapon to use. because even dealing 33% less damage, that's gonna outperform any other weapon I find. They made me buy a potion of fucking... Oh, I hate that. It's so stupid, but it gets so irritating. This is the ring. Oh, a ring of wealth. Nice. Maybe before I put it on. It is. Okay. Lovely. One of these is probably remove curse, right? Yep. I'm actually going to upgrade that ring because that will make it easier to get items. This is just the wand maker person. Hopefully I can get a Hacker of Death from her, because that actually is the only time, as far as I know, other than being in the staff for the mage, or for, I think Marissa was the mage, wasn't it? Anyway, that's the only time I've seen that it could have more than one charge. I got one from her once, and it had 3 charges on it, which was incredibly helpful. Okay, let's get some food. These are the giant piranhas. Has the ability to cause shipwrecks. Also, she's an expert of Toho 12 lunatic mode. When approaching the water, she causes strong drowning damage. I don't know what the fuck that means. The decoy one can work, because that makes them fight each other. Cool thing is you actually get 2 pieces of meat from each of them if they revive. 7-star sword. That is a nice weapon, but it's a tier 5. Doesn't have anything real special, it just has high accuracy. But it is a nice weapon. Kinetic Frost Exorcism Rod. Oh. I'm gonna get over here, so I've got doorway 2 of them. 2-channel them through. Funnel, whatever the fuck I'm trying to say. I've got a doorway to funnel them through, is what I meant to say. Excuse me? Where did it go? Ah. Let's go see what's in there before I things in that room. Can't use fire. I mean, I could use fire, but that's gonna destroy the stuff, so I'm not going to use fire. Damn. kicking my ass. One thing dropped a spell card of divination, which is interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that get dropped by anything before. Of course. Corruption or Fire Blast. God damn it. Fine, I'll take Corruption since I already have Fire Blast. Okay, we're going on to the second set of bosses. I should, before I actually engage them, shouldn't I? So for this one, we've got Sakuya has the ability to manipulate time. Time manipulation allows her to teleport and attack quickly. We've got Mei Ling, which is the same as the Dwarven monks. And then we've got two that we've already fought. Okay, now we get to choose a subclass. That's what this does. I'm gonna go with the Death Ghost because that has the power to... The probability of instantly killing an enemy when I attack can be increased, and when I attack I can restore HP. That will be a nice weapon to have, honestly. Those do good damage, but I can't use them because it just makes things move at 3 times their normal speed. and I don't feel like dealing with that. I think I'm gonna actually switch to this weapon. I'll be dealing less damage. Actually, yeah, I'll be dealing a little less damage at first, but I do want that weapon. It's a small chance, but okay, so this is a nightmare. Has the ability to craft Magatamas. Her attack gets stronger as you gain gold. So the more gold I gain, the stronger this thing gets. And then this is just the same as the prison guard. But it blocks like crazy, and I forgot about that shit. Oh, my run's over, I think. Yep, definitely. Oh, that's it. It's definitely fun. I do enjoy this more than the other mods that I've played so far. I don't know if I'll do any more videos on this one, but I just wanted to do a video on it because it's interesting and I really enjoy it. So that's it for this one. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.